You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Welcome to Living Podcariously, episode number 13. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Adam. Sitting across from me is...
I'm Tach, as usual.
As always.
Always, I guess.
The ever-present.
Yeah, I'm always Tach.
Sitting to my right and to Tach's left of him.
Hi, I'm Andrea Joy.
Andrea Joy is back in the house.
And she's got nice cleavage tonight.
Yes, she does.
I've been enjoying it all night.
Maybe we should take some pictures and throw it up on Facebook on the page.
Of nothing but my cleavage.
Yeah.
And butt. You're volunteering.
That would be an interesting picture. You get them both in there.
Double cleavage.
Double cleavage. And this is episode 13, too, so let's be careful.
That's right.
Okay.
Some unlucky things supposed to happen here?
I don't know.
Are we going to reboot the show again?
I don't know, but we do have a guest.
We do have a special guest in studio with us tonight. Tach, who we got tonight?
We have Jordy Todd joining us.
What up, Jordy?
What's going on, guys?
Nice to have you in here.
Wow, you sound excited to be here.
Yeah.
I am very excited.
I'm very excited.
I'm very happy to have you in here, Jordy Todd.
I gotta go.
Perfect.
Jordy Todd's married.
Jordy Todd's married. Did you get the phone call to go?
No.
Oh, okay. You looked at your phone and then said it.
No, it was a joke. She was like, we're so happy. I gotta get out of here.
That was for them, not me.
Oh, I
It
understand.
was the guys that are excited.
We're
Oh,
excited.
I can see they're excited. Too.
What
do you mean?
Strong like bull?
Strung like bull. Strung out like bull.
No, well, we appreciate you you coming into the studio with us, Jordy, this week. It's so you're a fan. Let's identify who you are. You're a fan of the show, number one.
Correct.
Yeah. Do you have you listened to all the episodes and?
Pretty sure I've listened to them all.
Yeah, even the old stuff. You listen to the old stuff with us?
No, not really. Just the new stuff.
Just the new stuff.
Yes.
All right.
Cool.
Very cool. Well, we're happy to have you in here. And for other for other guests and listeners that might like to come into studio, just shoot us an email at show@livingpodcariously.com for a small donation of, what did you give, $100 today, Jordy? No, I'm just kidding. No, we
I
love
bought my way into the show.
show up with beer and you're in the studio.
Yeah.
No, so we got a fun show this week, Tach. We got quite a few topics to go over.
Indeed.
One of the first things that I wanted to bring up to you, because you and I both work in this industry where I took my son for this.
Right.
Last Thursday was National, well, you know it. Actually, everybody in the room already knows it. Was National Take Your Child to Work Day.
I actually didn't even know about it. So.
April 28th, I think it was. If that's right.
Yeah, it was the 28th. And at my salon, we actually did that by not bringing any kids to work.
They did just the opposite.
That's our sanctuary away from kids.
Yeah. I think I want to come up there and hang out, no kids. No, but I took my son. So my son, Josh, he's 12.
That's cool.
And he is super, super into the space program. And
awesome.
As some of our listeners know, Jordy, you fucking rookie, what are you doing?
Sorry.
Right up the... Have you ever done this kind of stuff before? No.
Obviously not.
I think he's bored with our conversation.
No, I was trying to do... I apologize.
We're going to have to work on this guest
first day.
Guest a little bit.
We must beat them first.
But no, my son is big time into the space program, and our listeners know that you and I both kind of work in that arena. I mean, we can't get too technically detailed into what we do, just because we are not supposed to.
Right.
But I brought my son out to the Space Center and took him around all the sites and took him out to the vehicle assembly building and to some of the old launch pads and took him to see the big crawler. And that's the thing that used to crawl the shuttles out to the pads.
Yep.
Just some awe-inspiring things. His grandfather had worked out there for like 30 years. His grandfather on his mom's side. His grandfather just this last year died. And Josh has one half of his room at his mother's with all the space shuttles and like replica rockets of the, obviously scaled down sizes, but that whole corner of his room is dedicated to NASA and the space program. So it's a big deal to him. So he was super excited. I made him dress up. So I always dress up for work.
Right. I remember I met you out there one day and I was like, why are you so dressed up, dude? Like, You go over to, I work at SpaceX, you go over there, everybody there wears jeans and t-shirts. Like,
that's kind of like at NASA as well. Everybody wears jeans, and even like the smartest engineers out there are dressed in jeans and like maybe a polo, probably not, usually a t-shirt. But I dressed up in what I dress up in, which is long sleeves, slacks, nice shoes, nice. I look nice. And then I made my son dress the same way. He didn't mind because he likes dressing up too.
Yeah.
So we're walking out there and there's 750 kids there. It's not like a little deal.
Shit.
This is a huge thing. The company I work for had 125 kids there. Every one of these fucking kids were in flip-flops and shorts, and they were just casual there.
How do you get any work done like on those kind of days?
It's difficult. Most of the people that were contractors had to take personal time for that day. I actually worked while I was there, and then also did some personal time stuff too. So Josh would hang out with me in the office. I'd take him to meet some people. We'd go out and see a cool site, come back, do a little bit more work. He'd sit down, play video games. Whatever. Repeat that.
That's cool.
Repeat that. We went all over the base. All over the base.
Nice. But except you didn't come see me, but whatever.
Yeah, that's all right. I did. I should have sent you. Could you have got me anywhere cool? Any special access? Could I have touched a rocket?
You can go ahead and say so
I wouldn't
now.
be able to get you down there.
You could say you could have now.
Oh, yeah, totally. I could have. No, I probably would have been
missed out.
underwhelming. You probably wouldn't be able to come to the launch pad, and that's been a
Well, you're really selling it there, aren't you?
You could have gone
Still,
in
it's
the
cool to see.
rocket. We would have shot you to space.
Yeah.
You missed it.
Totally missed out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it was pretty fun. So
That's cool.
Andrea does, Jordy. Andrea is in hairstyling. She's a stylist for a salon. You know kind of what me and Tach do now. Do you want to share a little bit about what you do for a living? Is that
Just in retail.
retail?
Yeah.
Retail it is. I was retail for a while. I had one boss when I was working at a shoe store way back in the day.
I did too.
This guy.
This guy was
Is a dick.
dick.
Yes. However, he did tell me one thing that I'll remember for the rest of my
What did
life.
he say?
If you want to be on time to work, you need to be 15 minutes early.
Oh, yeah. I learned that when I was in the military.
Sounds like a smart guy.
To show up
pretty
early
solid
on
advice.
time, and showing up on time is late.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, exactly. All right. So, Tach, you like the circus, right?
I don't know
I
where
was
this
just
is
about to
going.
say we were talking about
Especially the
jobs.
bearded lady.
I wanted to be a tightrope walker in the circus in 3rd grade. That was my dream job.
Did you really?
Yes.
Have you ever tried it? Have you ever set up a tightrope in the backyard or?
Oh, just like every day.
That was really good too.
I fall down a lot though.
Did you see the movie?
Which movie?
I don't remember the name. What's the
Elephant
Larger
water or
than
something?
life?
What?
Elephant
that
Whisperer.
larger than
No,
life?
it was like some elephants to water for elephants.
Water for elephants.
Yeah. I knew I wasn't making it up.
No, that's a real movie, but I don't think it has anything to do with elephants,
Is it the
does
one about how bad the circus is?
I don't
No,
even.
it's the movie with what's his head? in
You
it?
mean Bozo the Clown?
What the hell?
What?
Give me a second.
We're still talking
Talk
about the
amongst yourselves.
American
give you
Horror
what's wrong.
Story.
Give you
freak
what's up.
show.
The peanut is neither a pea nor a nut. Discuss.
But we made a
There, I'm
time
better.
capsule in the 3rd grade with our jobs in it, and mine is in there as the tightrope walker in the circus.
Oh, when does the time capsule get opened up?
It was supposed to be 1999, but they ended up building more school over the area where we built it, so it'll be there till the zombies come or something.
Well, something is happening with the Barnum and Bailey Circus, one of the most famous circuses of
The
the
Walk.
U.S.
Sorry, The Walk. It's got Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No.
It's like a true story about this tightrope walker guy. Anyway, sorry.
I never heard of it.
I thought that was the movie about Johnny Cash.
That's Walk the Line.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That could be a tightrope walking movie.
Yeah,
Walk
exactly.
The
Walk the line.
It's very good.
I mean, you're kind of on topic there. That would work.
I think I'm right on. Whatever.
But anyway, something is leaving the circus after 100 years of a youth-defining thing for me for the circus. Something is leaving the circus.
Bozo the Clown.
Nope.
Elephants.
Clowns in general.
Yes, elephants.
They had a huge movie about all the horrible things with elephants. I bet there was a controversy about that.
PETA finally had an effect on it.
Shamu. Shamu leaving the circus.
Shamu is leaving
He's
SeaWorld, though.
leaving
Yes, yes.
Yeah, all
About
the
time.
SeaWorlds.
Blackfish.
Yeah. Well, that's half the story.
It's not
And
his
it's mostly
fault.
exaggerated.
Who's PETA? Sorry.
People eating tasty animals.
People eat
Oh, people
eating
eat tasty animals. Yeah,
People
yeah.
for eating tasty animals, yeah.
Yeah.
PETA.
The curtain fell a final time for elephants performing at Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus as the circus ended a practice that enthralled audiences for 2 centuries, but became caught between animal rights activists' concerns and Americans' shifting views. So PETA and the sensitivity of Americans, aka the pussification of America, yes, I use that coin phrase, have had an effect on taking animals out of the circus. And I want to get your guys' take on it.
I think it's an awesome idea. I think we discussed this recently. They used to do some horrible shit back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, you go to the World's Fair, and I used to see a horse jump from, it used to just throw horses off like these high dives and shit.
Land them in a little kiddie pool full of water from like 80 feet up.
Yeah. Like, oh no, he likes it. He loves it. Yeah,
Look, he gets right up and runs right out. Yeah,
look how the guy jabs him in his ass.
They really are horrible to the elephants, though.
That was back like early 1900s, and then there's no way you get away with that shit now, and that's horrible to do.
Yeah, agreed.
There's a lot of abuse in there.
Yeah, so I see the future of circuses just dealing with dogs and shit like that,
But with humans.
Well, humans, obviously.
I went to the circus
but any kind of animal tricks or shows, there's going to be things like dogs or something like that. Dogs are trained; they're not abused. Well,
I went to the circus a year ago, the same one, but they have all these girls that they put their hair up and tie them up, and they're all tied together with their hair.
Keep going.
And they tickle each other.
They even had a unicorn there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but eventually you're going to see all animals.
It was a naked man sitting on the head of a horse.
But all the human contortionists.
It's like a horse with a seat on his head.
The human contortionists and stuff, they can do a lot of interesting shows and entertainment.
Yeah. So the circus is going to change. So what we were used to as kids with the circus, and maybe even our kids too might have seen it, is our next generation of youth will not have, in the U.S. at least, will not have this kind of circus to go and watch.
They're not going to have the lions.
They don't want to go anyway. They have the internet.
Yeah, that's a good point. They can watch the elephants trample the crowds on YouTube or something. Yeah, but it's nostalgic to me to look back at and remember the circus as being this, cool thing to go see these animals that I would never ever get to see, short of having privileged parents to take me somewhere or whatever.
The zoo. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Having the ability to go to those places. The zoo ain't cheap anymore, bud. If you go to a good zoo at not even Orlando. Orlando's got Disney. If you go to a good zoo in Atlanta or something, you're spending $150 for the day. I mean, you're spending pretty good penny to go to something like that. So you got to have a little bit of cash to be able to go to one of those
Brevard
things.
Zoo is actually pretty good.
They don't have elephants though. They have giraffes.
I don't want to see the elephants.
Well, if PETA has their way, they won't be there either though.
Who's PETA?
The giraffes are awesome. You get to feed the giraffes. You get to pet the giraffes.
Yeah. But they aren't living in their natural habitat.
As long as they have enough room. Otherwise, they can move to Disney.
PETA might argue with you there. No, that's the whole point of bringing this up. Is what draws the line? Where do you stop? The influence that those activists have to allowing us to see these types of things in zoos and in captivity. I think
they're just going to have just higher standards, just like she's saying. That there's got to be so many square feet. There's got to be. They have to be able to feel or appear that they're in the wild.
So, are you saying if Barnum and Bailey had a range for these elephants to go, hang out in, and then they brought them in just for the performance?
More to it than that. It's probably
they're
who
being
knows
trained.
They're being trained. They're being shipped constantly.
At the zoo, they're just living their life.
That's not a life for animals. Did you ever see Dumbo? The whole beginning.
Exactly.
It's horrible.
Elephants shouldn't fly.
Nice.
Awesome. Oh, that's funny.
What's funnier is that she's not even laughing at her own joke. That's just hilarious.
It's the truth.
That's the trick in podcasting, Andrea. You have to laugh at your own jokes.
No,
listen to me and Tach.
It made it funnier just by the fact that she looks so serious and concerned. They made that poor elephant fly. He was probably
even
scared
without his red feather.
Right.
So you guys support PETA. I mean, are you a PETA? Not an activist. I know nobody here is an activist, but
I don't like animal abuse. I don't condone anything like that. I love animals and
animal rights.
Yeah. I'll still eat the hell out of a steak and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
So
but I
we
won't kill an animal.
PETA.
I like him in a PETA, and
that's awesome.
And I support the foundation.
Jordy, what about you?
I like. Apparently now I'm really thinking about it. I really like elephants and orcas. But fuck cows and chickens.
So the circus will be cows and chickens now.
Yeah, then I'm screwed.
Now, if you
then
can
I
make
have to eat vegan lasagna.
If you can make a cow balance on one of those balls like those elephants, I might be back into going back to the fair again.
See if
Or
he
the
can
circus.
see if he can roll himself right into the blades.
That's alright.
So I'm taking
As
it.
long as he was grain fed and lived in a grassy place and everything, then it's all good.
Yes, it's a free range cow.
But what if you hooked the cow up to VR and made him think he was in this free range area, but really he was in this little confined space? The cow would think he was being taken well care of.
That might work
That's
with a small
actually
cow
interesting.
brain.
Can you do that with the elephants and the orcas? Leave one on each side for the orcas. What would be really awesome is to put like a totally different place on one eye than the other eye. Really screw with it.
Yeah, like on this side it's got the ocean.
Yeah, this
On
side.
the other
is like,
side is like Philadelphia. Like a subway station.
Well, what's going to happen is the orca's going to be half happy and half crip or half blood. It's going to come out with gang signs.
oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it's Schrodinger's orca. Yeah.
So none of you are vegans then, or vegetarians
No,
or
God.
vegan, or
You
anything
would
like
have
that.
known by now.
Yeah.
probably.
You've been over to my house
Vegetarian
enough.
for 12
Do I
years.
look like a vegetarian? I think a vegetarian
vegetarians are fat.
has a shape like that.
Jordy, you're not that fat.
Not that fat.
I did say-
Like saying, how many vegetables do you have to eat to get fat? That's what I want to know.
That's a good question.
There's
How many
the
carrots?
beans.
How many carrots does it take to get someone fat?
Oh, there's a lot
I
of
never made it
vegetarians
without
who live
biting.
off of chips and candy, though.
Ask Mr. Owl.
Oh, that's true, candy. Well, vegans don't do any animal products at all, so you've got zero consumption of anything that has any byproducts or any dairy or anything that has
Flavor, like nothing.
Except that there's a new study about kale.
Flavor.
And
About quail?
kale.
Hail?
K-A-L-E.
Listen
kale.
to this. This is amazing.
Now, they've discovered that vegetables do have feelings because there is a caterpillar, and when it starts eating the plant lets off toxins. So the caterpillar goes, so it's feeling itself getting eaten. So now vegetarians can't eat vegetables because it hurts them too. They're just going to have to eat dirt.
They just eat potato chips.
So plants
Wow.
can feel too.
Have you ever tried vegan meals before? Have you ever eaten anything vegan?
Yes.
No.
I was a vegetarian for 12 years.
Good God.
Did you enjoy
A lot of
any
girls
it?
go through that, though. They go through that vegetarian phase.
That was a misogynist thing for you to say, Zach. Usually you're the
Was it?
anti-misogynist.
What it-
No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Did you
see,
say
she didn't even see it as that way
anti-misogynist?
until you pointed it out. She was
He's
just like,
always
yeah,
right, though.
we do that as a people.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, God, you're racist. And she's like, oh, yeah.
Whatever he says is right, though.
Sister, seriously.
Training
Just
her
have her
right.
stop by.
I've got a coworker that works for me out there, and he's a vegan. For the most part, he gets almost everything non-animal byproduct. There's a couple pairs of shoes he said that are not necessarily vegan shoes.
Vegan shoes.
Well, vegan shoes are no animal byproducts. They're
I
no leather,
gotcha.
but he's
That's
got a
called
couple.
barefoot.
Yeah. Flip flops.
But we had a taco day at work where everybody brought in something for taco day for all of our coworkers. Somebody
What
brought
did you bring, Mike?
people
Soy?
were. This guy brought in vegan beef for the tacos. I want you to think about that for a minute. Vegan
No, I don't want to.
beef.
Is it made of soy?
I don't know what it was made of. It tasted like cardboard. The only thing that tasted any good on it was hot sauce or real beef. That was it. It was. Oh, it was
You put
nasty.
real beef on the vegan
You're
tacos?
goddamn right I did because it tasted horrible.
Hey, your vegan beef tasted pretty good until I added my own beef on top.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really good topped with like actual beef
A vegan taco
and tons
with
of hot
cow.
sauce.
Would he be offended if I dripped like the grease from the real beef on
Fuck
there?
yeah, that's what you do.
All right. Uh,
You need a little extra blood, maybe? You can pour in there.
whoa, hey now, whoa. Well, let's take a break real quick here in
Okay.
studio, and we'll get Mr. Jordy to forge some new goggles to wear, and we will be back in just a minute. Thanks for listening.
All right.
The cast here at Living Podcariously is proud to announce we are partnering with Smoke Rings out of Merritt Square Mall in sunny Merritt Island, Florida.
And if you're looking for one of Central Florida's largest selection of oil, cigars, pipes, tobacco, and accessories for smoking and vaping, then Smoke Rings is the place to go.
Smoke Rings offers the latest products from oils to rigs. I just bought my Kanger Subox from them, and that thing is awesome.
By mentioning this ad, Smoke Rings is giving Living Podcariously listeners 10% off anything you purchase.
So check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/Smoke Rings Merritt Square. Or give them a call at 321-453-1422.
Awesome. Also check them out at smokeringsonline.com and click the e-cig link to learn some great facts about vaping.
And welcome back. That was a great break. I feel better.
I feel better too.
Me three.
And so I always want to do, if you're just joining us, and nobody's ever just joining us.
Hopefully nobody would ever join right at the end of the break, coming back in.
Just coming back
That'd be an interesting join.
Yeah. How's our side chick doing? How you doing, Jordy?
Jordy's good.
Good. All right, so...
Jordy likes podcasting.
That's good.
You should think about doing your own one day.
One day.
One day. All right, so I have a question for you two, Adam and Andrea Joy. Since you guys are the token couple on the show. Aww. Okay, should your significant other have access to passwords on your phone, social media, all that kind of stuff?
This almost could be a question for the reverse Guyry. But sorry, go ahead.
Doesn't bother me. Everyone I know knows my password.
I don't know it.
She only put a password. She only put passwords on her phone.
Everybody does know it.
Yeah. She only put a password on her phone because it forced her to.
Yeah.
Sometimes not knowing. Oh Jesus! Sometimes
deep
someone
thoughts.
knowing your password can cost you $13 million. That just happened to someone a few days ago.
Who?
Laramie Tunsil, the draft pick.
Yeah.
That sounds like a spoonerism name. Was that a real name?
That's a real Jeremy Lunzel? No, Laramie Tunsil. Yes. Somebody decided to put a video on his Twitter account 13 minutes before the draft of him hitting
Smoking.
a bong with a gas mask.
Yep.
And he went from where he probably would have been around number 3 all the way down to number 13.
That's all right. Hey,
Lucky
it benefited
13.
that whoever team that was that picked him up, though, huh?
The Miami Dolphins.
That's right. Miami. Have a
I know. Would you let me know your password?
Fins up, bitches.
Yeah, so this is sensitive to me. I have nothing to hide, but because I have nothing to hide,
Yep.
I like my privacy.
Exactly. I feel the same way.
I would show Andrea everything that I have on every device that I have and maintain. However, to me, there is a level, and I know this sounds like that you're hiding something because that's the typical thing that most guys would do.
Right.
But to me, there's a level of privacy that needs to be respected. So, for example, I will never go into a woman's purse. I don't care if she says, "Hey, go get my lipstick," or
does.
Yeah,
"Go get my
he's
wallet."
done it. He's had to.
She tricked me. She goes, "It's not a purse, it's a bag." Grab my wallet out of the bag, and then I brought her wallet. She goes, "You just went into my purse." I'm like, no, that's a bag. It's a little different. No, purse is...
I do the same thing. I've always done that. I always just hand the bag.
Yeah,
hand the
purse is
over.
off limits to me.
I don't want to go through it.
Likewise, on texts and on everything on her phone, I never, ever, out of my own personal moral choice, never care. Not that I don't care. I never want to intrude on her privacy,
Right.
because that's her. That's what she... If it gets to a point in a relationship where there's cheating or there's texting with somebody else that I shouldn't be reading anyway, to me, that relationship has already passed the point of no return anyhow.
Right.
So the maturity of the two that are in the relationship need to just come to that agreement and move on with that. If I'm not a jealous type in any stretch of the imagination, I don't get jealous. I wish
To a fault. I wish you could get a little jealous.
Maybe we can work on trying to make him jealous.
Maybe. It'll work.
Tach, if she let you bang her right here, I would high five you in the middle of it and get you some water. It doesn't.
He should be a little jealous. That way I feel special.
Trust me, you haven't seen me down there. He's not going to be jealous.
Perfect. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have that tendency. I don't have room in my life for jealousy. We've talked about this in the past.
Yeah.
I just don't have room for it in my life. I don't want to go through those emotions, so I specifically make myself appear. Well, I don't even. It's not even a tease. I just don't get to that level of emotion. That doesn't mean I don't love my girl any less. That just means.
That just means I'm open for any guy to come and touch me. He doesn't care
she said
all.
she's open for any guy to come.
If you were to break that trust, of my relationship with you, I would be upset.
But not jealous.
I wouldn't be jealous, but it would be over. That would be the end of it. Like, well, okay, well, that sucks. I really love this girl, but she obviously isn't getting what she wants to out of me in a relationship, in a partnership, and whatever. She needed to go find that somewhere else. Then that relationship's over. I'll move on to the next thing. Thank you for doing it early enough in our relationship where it doesn't affect the rest of my life. But that would be the end of it. That would be it. Now, I wasn't always that way. I've had jealousy issues and emotions in my past. Back when I was like 24, 23, whatever.
Oh, I want to hear this stuff.
No, I don't want to bring those up because I was with an ex-wife and...
You're no fun.
Yeah, well, I mean...
She listens?
Probably. Yeah. And most likely.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the whole phone and social media thing is a private thing. And I would absolutely... I'm on board with you. Like,
How is social media
I don't have anything...
private?
Yeah, good point.
Well, I mean, there's private messages that you speak, you talk to other people
You
with,
do?
whatever.
Am I doing it wrong?
No, baby, you're doing it just right.
But I'm on board with you, Adam. I feel the same exact way. I think it's a personal, and the moment she demands to see your phone or vice versa, then
Yeah.
the trust is gone, and there's no point in moving forward.
I did ask to see your phone earlier.
You did. I put in my password and was ready to give it to you. Then you realized you didn't know what to do on an Android.
Exactly.
Did you have a password on your phone?
So yeah, I absolutely do.
Why is that?
Well, technically, because of my work, when I have emails on my phone, I have to have a password.
It's all right. I already know what it is.
But that's fine. I'm not going to broadcast it.
Do you
on
have
here.
a password on your phone? Andy?
Yeah, it's 1111.
Okay. Do you have a password on your phone?
Yeah.
No, I don't have one.
It's my fingerprint.
I don't even know how to set one.
That's
but I
why
wouldn't if I
mine
did.
is. My friends take my phone and use it all the time. Everyone does. My daughter knows it. Everyone knows it. It's just because it made me put one in.
Well, what about you, Jordy? I mean, you're married too, so like, what do you think?
I mean, it's fine. What's the question?
Great commentary.
What's the original question?
Welcome to the podcast, Jordy.
Yeah, I'll never be back, I bet. Jordy wants to come in. Screw that guy.
Do you feel like that it's necessary for couples to know each other's passwords and all that kind of stuff? Or do
I'm
you...
going to put it to you this way. I leave my phone out. It has no password. If somebody wants to look, whoever that is, look all you like. But I do feel violated if somebody does that.
It's a violation of
trust. I think it's
trust?
just freaking rude.
Okay.
Just freaking rude to go through. Let me go through your messages. Let me go through this. I'm looking for crap.
Rude.
I don't like that. It's rude for anybody. That no matter who. Whether
I
it was your
agree.
significant other, your friend.
Yeah, I'd be offended if you
that's
did
like
it on my
opening
phone.
your mailbox. That's like let me look through your underwear drawer. It's no different. Those are the kind of things you just
don't
don't
look
do.
at my underwear drawer.
I put the underwear in that drawer.
So
I don't get a choice.
I think that it's rude, but it's there for if somebody were to do it because they think I'm hiding something. I'm not hiding anything. There it is. Have at it.
That's exactly how I feel.
On your topic, Tach, have you ever had that couple, that friend of yours that's a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, that is always, every time you go out with them, every time you see them in public, every time anything happens, they're always the shit show. They're always the pain in the ass couple that's super jealous of each other, super jealous of those actions. Have you ever?
Yeah, usually it's not my direct friends. Usually it's a friend of a friend because I don't really like associate with that kind of. Yeah, that's
understood.
Yeah,
well,
I gotcha.
Sometimes those friends, I mean,
I've seen it. Yeah.
We just went out. So one of Andrea's coworkers' birthday was this past weekend, and we did Preacher Bar over at Cape Canaveral, and then we went out to the port to hang out. And I was outside vaping because I mean, even though vaping isn't smoking, I don't do it inside. I went outside to vape a little bit with the smokers. And this girl comes out. She's there by herself. Her boyfriend hasn't made it off work yet or whatever. So I'm out there vaping and just hanging out with the folks outside. And this girl comes out, and she's young. She's 23 maybe? Mm-hmm. Okay. She comes out, and she gets on her phone, and at the top of her lungs is yelling at this guy. Not just like having an argument, but yelling at him, calling him every name in the book. And it's all over the argument, from what I could tell, was all over him thinking she was out with other guys when it was just her being out with the coworkers. And I mean, technically there were a couple guys there, me and a couple of the other husbands, but it was completely innocent, completely blown out of the water. They're perfect for each other though, because she'll do the same thing back to him. Like we went out dancing with them, and they were on the dance floor. She was dancing with girls out on the dance floor. He walks up to her and says, "Enough." And that's all he says, and walks off, and just pisses off all the girls. Just all of them.
It's just a perfect example of people that just shouldn't be in a relationship. Because you meet somebody and you like each other, but honestly, you still want to go out, you want to party, you want to hang with girls, you want to talk to girls or boys or guys or whatever. So you just shouldn't be in a relationship yet. You need to just go do your thing, and when you're ready to settle down and not be all crazy, Then you get in a relationship. With
Jordy,
Especially at that age.
Jordy, this guy is the guy that you would probably hate. He is ridiculously good looking, at least stereotypically good looking.
as good looking as Ryan Reynolds.
And very confident, can go dance with any girl, he can talk to most any girl that's out there and be able to pick them. Well, of course, Andrea doesn't.
I'm seeing a total
He's a
opposite
redneck.
reaction.
It's not
He's a
Andrea's
redneck.
Oh,
type.
hell yeah, boy, I like me damn rednecks.
Oh, is he one of them like really skinny, tall rednecks that just looks like a redneck?
No, he's kind of short.
He's here. Let me show you a picture of him.
Those
Hang on.
guys, for some reason, always seem to get really hot chicks, and they just look really dorky and rednecky to me. I don't know.
And most of
Maybe
his
I'm
friends look that
profiling.
way,
I don't
too.
know.
Boots
Maybe I'm
Scooby
racist.
Boogie.
I'm racist against NASCAR Americans.
His truck is as big as his house.
What?
Oh,
His truck's
God.
as big as his house.
Oh,
But apparently Adam is really into him.
apparently.
Well,
Okay, now I'm having jealousy issues
this
here.
girl's status is single now.
Let me see her. Let me see her.
You know who it is.
Was it before?
Oh, who? Oh. it's
Was
her.
it before?
Okay.
I don't know. I cannot answer that question.
Well, she already moved
Apparently
out.
they're not FBO.
Definitely.
Well, guess what, Tach? This girl is now single.
Yeah, that she's
She's a
how
handful.
You say
She's a
out of my
handful.
league? No, no, it's
Maybe
not-
you can meet her in a Star
You
Wars
have
chat
to
room.
give her
A Star
all
Wars
your
meetup chat
passwords.
room.
You listened to that show.
I
Yes,
did.
you did.
I don't
All
know
your
what you're talking about.
passwords. You might as well just give her your phone unlocked because
Yeah,
she's gonna
fuck
figure
that.
it out.
No, it's not happening.
Well, I don't know. I guess I won't be able to show it to you. He's a good looking guy. He reminds me of Connor in a way, just not as muscular.
Gotcha.
Sarah Connor?
Doom,
Sarah Connor.
Doom, 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 doom.
He is not like Connor at all.
But they are definitely that shit show couple for us. For our little circle of friends, they are
It's
definitely that shit.
entertainment. It's
Well, they're not a couple
definitely
anymore.
It's not entertainment. She almost hit me with her phone. She got so mad she threw her iPhone 6 Plus, like fucking chucked
You
it.
should have caught it and got a new phone.
It didn't
Right?
break, but I
Didn't.
No,
Oh,
no.
Interesting.
She have an otter box on it?
She
Otterbox?
has a life.
Sounds like a transformer.
It's not an otter box. It's a
lifetime
beaver box. That's what she's got.
Gotcha.
Can I see it?
Doesn't
Her
beaver
baby?
kind of describe box like saying tuna fish? Sorry.
That's a good point.
What are we looking at here?
Beaver box is redundant.
What now?
Beaver box is a bit redundant.
No, this is the guy.
Oh, Andrea's showing Tach the guy.
Do you think he's hot?
No.
I know. I don't see what.
Let me see.
Adam's so turned
All right,
on.
so two
I'm not
say
turned
no.
on. I just
He did grab
You know
his
you have
ass
a
a
friend
lot
request,
that
right?
night.
didn't we have a
He
conversation
grabbed
about
his
this?
ass a couple of times that night.
I,
too.
I can tell if a guy is good looking or not. We've had a conversation about this in the past.
Yeah.
I have an ability to judge a guy.
Heck no.
What?
Exactly.
Better
Let me
looking
see
than
it.
that guy.
Do you agree with me?
God, no, he's not good looking. He's like a
Well,
dweeb.
He's not ugly,
He probably
but
comes
he's
off
much.
like he thinks he's good looking, and that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
you're
he's
perceiving.
very confident.
Adam,
Yeah.
You're perceiving confidence in his perception of how
Do
he
you know
feels.
how much better looking you
About
are than
himself.
him?
Yeah, dude.
I'm not comparing, but that's sweet of you to say.
Yeah, I would definitely do you, Adam, before I would do that guy.
Can we
would
can we
all
just
do-
fight so we can have makeup sex?
Oh, we already have 3 fights. We gotta do
Yeah.
it 3 times.
Oh,
Cool.
all right. Guess
Hey,
what?
Jordy,
I,
hold up. a second.
I stand corrected, I guess.
I think I heard somebody say the R word a minute ago.
I didn't hear it.
We're talking about retard, Jordy.
Honey, retard.
Yeah, I'll listen for it in post. Don't worry.
Gotcha.
I'll beep it out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, hey, Tach, my folks just went to Vegas. You ever been there?
Yeah.
I don't know if we talked about that. They're starting to run together, man. I don't know if we've talked about it or not at this point,
I
but
don't know if we have either.
let's assume we haven't. I always give my folks one bet to make in Vegas for me. I give them a $20 bill, tell them to take it to the roulette table and put it on number 11. And
Yeah.
so far it hasn't hit. Just saying.
I told him to put 0 on
What do you-
44.
What do you get if it hits?
There is no 44. 34 to 1, so like about $800.
That'd be a nice little
Yeah.
score.
Yeah, that'd be good. I've hit it. When I've played, I've hit it a ton of times.
But with $20, with like a
No,
dollar.
I would start off with like $200 and
So you put
$200
No, I
on
meant
11?
on
No,
just
no,
one
no.
number. Oh, I'm
No,
just saying,
I
how much? What's the
scatter.
highest you put on one number?
The highest you can put? I don't know.
No. When you
You.
play, what do you normally do?
I've
You look at
put,
put a buck on each number or something.
After I won, so I, with an ex a long time ago, went out on a cruise and I hit one of these big hits on the roulette table. And I won like $1,200. So at that night, I took a quarter chip. That's what I had left over after cashing out, which is $25. And I bet it on number 11 and it did not
You
win.
lost.
I love playing roulette. That's
So
my
what's
favorite.
your-
That's my favorite.
I've
Vegas
never played
game.
roulette before.
Oh,
but
so much fun.
What's your significance with
I have
11?
a roulette game in the car.
It's my lucky number. That's all.
What?
Said I have a roulette game out in my car.
Oh yeah. I've never played roulette before. I always liked the blackjack tables. I always play them.
That's
I'm
her game.
definitely a blackjack girl.
Yeah.
I never could get anywhere with blackjack. I'm always like back and forth, back and forth. Well, I'm kind of that way with roulette. That's why it's fun.
The problem with blackjack is if you don't bet correctly, the other people you tried to do that off. You tried doing that off mic, but all that we could hear was.
Sorry.
That's all we could hear. Like, what are you? Am I looking at something? Is that something in your pit? Poor Jordy has no mic skills.
Zero mic skills.
I don't even remember what I was saying. You just completely threw me off track.
Call you Mike.
You said you have to bet correctly in blackjack because the other people at the table will get pissed at you.
Yeah. So if you do bet incorrectly, then the folks that are playing either to your left or right, whichever way the deal goes, will be upset if you bet too hard or take too many hits or don't take a hit when you're supposed to. Depending on what the dealer's showing, it's such a frustrating game if you're playing it with
They
a
all
big
Go to
Help
like
me.
if you go to like the $2 or $3 table, like the lower table, not the high stakes stuff, they'll actually let you bring the little betting card.
Yeah, that's because the other people.
They'll help you and things like that. Now, if you go to high stakes, ain't nobody helping you. They're gonna punch you in the
help
face.
me.
Those other people playing with you at the same table don't have any teeth. They don't really care.
Everyone's always
Bad
helped
joke.
me, even at any table I've been at.
Well, you're a good-looking
I'll
girl.
just
I
be
mean,
like,
what?
oh, can you help? What should I do?
With,
They're trying to help you out of
with
your
their
pants.
boobs, yeah, with their boobs popping.
They're trying to
As long as
help
I
you out
walk
of your
away with
pants.
the money.
Yes. Shot.
Said every girl always.
Yeah.
As long as I walk away with the money.
Shot.
Shot.
Money shot. Sorry.
Oh, money shot. Got it. Yeah. So Vegas is pretty interesting. My folks go often. I don't know their interval, but they go often. They sometimes take like private trips and don't tell anybody, any family, where they're going until they're already there.
Ballin'.
So
Shot calling.
Vegas has completely changed, like completely. So back in the mobster days, it was all adult themed, very, very risque, very topless dance. Then they switched the Vegas, Convention Visitor Bureau switched Vegas to a family oriented city, and they did a lot of things to attract children. Well, then about 15 years ago, they realized this is not the business that Sin City is supposed to be in. So they started to convert all of Vegas back to adult-themed, adult playtime type entertainment. And that's what they are now today. Is very...
It's twice as bad.
Yeah.
I went to Vegas 2 or 3 years ago, brought my kids. They both said it was the most fun vacation they ever had in their life.
It was the most fun?
Yes.
Oh, that's
They loved
cool.
it. They had a blast. So you can take your kids to Vegas and do Vegas with the kids and have a blast. So
let me ask you,
the
did you guys-
ability to do that is there. You just kind of have to circumvent yourself.
Did you
around.
walk down the streets? Or did you take the
With your
interconnecting...
We would walk down the streets, but not later. Like if you walk down during the day, and we would walk past.
Do you know where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I know. With you're talking about the advertisements for prostitutes.
The guys handing out the little
Yes.
business cards that are naked ladies on them?
You know what? They're usually respectful. If you're with kids, no one would ever try to hand us that. No
All right,
one
that's
ever
good.
did.
They don't try to slip it to the dad when no one's looking. Yeah, when the kids are in bed.
I was trying to slip it to them, baby. If you know what I mean. No, no one
all those
tried to
people-
hand us that, but they were there handing them out.
All those people handing out those cards are Trump supporters, by the way. I don't know if you know that or not.
What? I'm lost on that.
They're all Latin. When I was there, they were all Latin
So they're
American.
not Trump supporters.
That's the
Okay. Gotcha.
irony in the statement.
But there's a lot of places, people are street dancing and things like that. That's awesome. There's the M&M place. There's the Coke place.
Sounds like Disney World.
There's
It's got a Disney World feel to it for sure. I will definitely
there's
give
all
it that.
kinds of fun game rooms. So you have to just kind of know where to go. Now the big thing was our kids didn't understand why there was so many places to play all these games and
they
they weren't
couldn't
allowed to
play.
play them.
Oh, that's a good point.
Especially my daughter did not understand that concept. Like, why can't we play those games? Oh, those games are only for adults. What do you mean? Like that was
Yeah.
foreign to them. But beyond that, and then a few casinos wouldn't let us take the kids through the casino. They would make us go around. Like if we had to go to the restaurant or go here or there, they'd make us go around about. Some places would let us walk right through. Like MGM, you can walk right through with your kids.
Tach, Jordy has a teenage son. And his teenage son ended up getting a fake ID, something Papa Giorgio, and ended up with like four cars. At
Nice.
Right.
I put in $1, I got a car. I put in $1, I got a car. Put in $1, I got a car. Put in $1, I got a car.
Exactly.
That's a great movie. That
it is.
movie is so underrated for its comedy.
Agreed.
Vegas Vacation.
Agreed.
My daughter had asked me how old you have to be to go in a casino, and I said, well, you have to be or I think it was on the cruise ship or something, 21 or something. She's like, what? Or 18. And she said, well, I won't drink. I just want to play roulette.
Oh, that's awesome.
So Santa Claus brought her a roulette game.
Aw.
So she can have her own casino. She'll be really good by the time she's 18.
When I went there, I've only been there once, and it was a long time ago. But I got married when I went there, so I did that whole
Really?
Vegas wedding.
Did you do like a fake Elvis impersonator?
No, I didn't do anything like that.
Thank you very much.
But it was
Thank you very much.
Little White Chapel, which you see a lot, like in movies
Go
and stuff like that.
into the chapel.
It's the same place that
Gonna get married.
Sorry.
go into the chapel.
It's like, I want to sing.
Love. Okay,
Yeah.
Spring is
it's the
here.
okay, we're done.
And
That was
scene.
my solo.
Shut down.
I'm just kidding.
That was awesome.
It was the same chapel that you remember when Britney Spears got married for like 72 hours.
To Kevin
or-
Federline or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
K-Fed. Yeah, it's the same place where she got married. So
I was
it was just like a few months.
I was
before.
oddly addicted to her back in the 2000s.
You
Like,
still
Well, yeah.
are.
I don't ever look at anything with
wasn't?
her.
Oh,
I mean,
yes, you do.
her best outfit ever by far.
The schoolgirl.
No, the red jumpsuit in Oops, I Did It Again for one reason and one reason alone.
I don't know.
Camel toe.
Ninja slipper.
Ninja slipper. What?
Speaking of camel,
Moose
what?
knuckle.
My camel's in the closet. Adam hid
Does
it
that mean
from
it's
me.
gay? No offense to our gay listeners.
It's gay and not telling anybody that it's gay. Is what that means.
Adam put my camel toe in the closet.
I sure did.
It's terrible.
Sure did. I hit her camel toe, but I exposed her. What do you call boobs? Camel
Boobs. Camel boobs.
Yeah, camel.
Camel tits.
Oh, all right. On that note, we're going to take another break. We're going to return, and Andrea Joy is going to read us questions submitted by female listeners to show@livingpodcariously.com for this week's segment of Living Podcariously's Diary. All right.
Diary.
Peering into the inner thoughts and expressions of men. Women submit questions for Adam and Tach to get brutal, honest admissions. We call this the Diary. Diary? Really? Is that the best we could come up with?
So we have some interesting questions for you guys this week. Are you guys ready?
Yes, we are.
Alrighty.
No, we
And we have a
three
special guest to
guys.
help us.
Do I get to answer some of these?
Yes,
Oh,
you do.
course
no,
you
you
do.
have
Oh, boy.
to answer them.
Oh boy.
By the way, we're doing something for that listener named Aaron. He wants us to do some reverse questions. So we haven't had any submitted by guys yet to ask to Andrea. So if you can think of any questions during this that a guy would want to ask a girl who normally wouldn't, you wouldn't normally ask your girl, now's the time to ask them. But we'll let her get through hers first, and then we can come up with ours.
Okay.
All right, let's see. We'll start with this one. It's from Amanda. She did not say where she was from. So Amanda from nowhere.
Uh-oh.
Do you think it's okay to flirt with other girls while in a relationship?
Oh, okay. Jordy, you're our honored guest,
Yeah.
so why don't you answer it first?
No.
Perfect.
Not at all?
What's the definition of flirting? See, this opens up a can of worms. This is
Sure.
Pandora's box right here.
Well, so flirting can be anything from suggestive joking, innocent suggestive joking,
okay.
to
That's probably commonly happening.
then it could be devious, like holding eye contact or giving a smirk that isn't really necessary. That's also flirting. What's the cat and
Do
mouse
you really
type
want
touching
to
and
like go through all the examples?
Give me every example, all 800,000. And I'll just check them out. Yes, no, yes. I don't know. I think it might depend on the relationship you're in, whether your significant other sees
Spot
that
on.
as something that is right or wrong. So it's going to be different for different couples.
spot
At
on.
least you didn't say as long as she doesn't see it.
That's a good point.
I didn't
I
say
like
or
the way
think
you
that.
ended that sentence.
I kind of agree with our boy here.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much spot on accurate.
So the actual question is what? Sorry.
Is it okay to flirt with girls
Oh,
while you're in a
gotcha,
relationship?
Well, no, it's never okay to flirt. I mean, that's not
Well, some couples are very, very, very
right.
open.
Yes, they are.
So flirting is a turn on to some people.
Right. Okay. Yeah, then it's always a safe answer to say it depends on the couple. But aren't we asking what we think?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, there's different levels of flirting, which we talked about.
Exactly.
So,
There's just so many different
case
levels,
by case
too.
basis, I guess. Yeah.
I personally would say it's perfectly fine, but I wouldn't out of respect. I wouldn't do it out of respect.
There goes the whole...
Well, there's a difference between flirting and then being deceitful.
Right.
I vehemently believe that if you try...
Whatever, dude.
What?
Nothing.
What?
I don't know.
What?
Keep talking. Sounds like you said something about Vietnam, believe.
Jordy called me out on mispronouncing the word, but using it correctly in a sentence. Vehemently is actually...
Vehemently.
Yes.
So it's okay for you to go out and flirt with other girls as long as I'm not watching.
No.
Boy, she tried to trap you into that.
That was a trap question, wasn't it?
That's a trap.
No, I would never flirt with another girl because you don't want me to, because you would be uncomfortable. So I don't have a necessity to do it. I don't need to, but I don't think that it would be wrong. Like if you flirted with another guy, I'm fine with it, but that's because of my security.
You should not be.
Hey, she flirts with me.
It's okay with me.
You've seen it.
Yeah. I mean, she's held your dick, Tach. Listen,
That's
it's okay
not
to me.
Is that considered flirting? Wow.
All right.
Wait, was I
That's
passed out
being a
during that
good
time?
friend.
What happened?
Yes. I mean,
That's
you needed help in the
helping a friend
shower.
out.
Yeah, you needed help in the shower.
Oh.
A little
Totally
tug and
different.
rub.
All right, next question.
tug.
Rug
All
and
right.
tub.
So, this is from Emily in California. Why don't guys wear cuter underwear?
With like angels on it or something? Like underoos.
Well, girls have all different
Underoos.
kinds of, thongs and
You don't want us wearing
and all
thongs.
that.
God, no.
No.
Like what? Do you have an example? I know it's not your question, but
My ass would swallow the thong. You'd never find it again.
I mean, don't you get tired of just like the plain old stuff?
no.
You don't wear anything cuter?
But what?
What?
Give me a definition
different
of cuter.
fabrics,
No, because it has to be one kind of fabric, or there's all kinds of
Well, I've
strange
had, like,
rubbing
different
going on.
shapes.
Back in my day, back in
Shapes.
when I was in my 20s, I had a girl that bought me like silk boxers.
Yes, I had a pair of those back in the
Yeah.
day. But I'm too fat to wear stuff like that now. There's just too much going on down there.
So-
I need support.
Guys' underwear, though. So there's a little difference between guys and girls in the underwear department. Guys' underwear is utilitarian. There's functions for different underwear.
That's a word? Utilitarian?
Yes.
You don't know that
I want
word?
to look it up.
So
It's very common.
I've never heard it.
I've used
what?
it.
Are you
I don't know.
kidding?
that's the word you're
That's a
going to call me
very
on?
common word, dude.
It is?
Yes.
I've never heard it in my life.
I've
Jordy, come
used
on.
it like probably within the past 2 years, at least 6 times.
So boxers, all right, but let's start with boxers. That allows the most airflow and freedom of the boys downstairs. That allows the boys to stay as cool as possible. Certain temperatures of those boys could cause certain things to produce more or less of reproductive fluids. All right. If you go see a doctor and you have low sperm count, he may tell you, or she may tell you, whatever your doctor is, to get whitey tighties. That keeps the boys up closer to the body, raising the core temperature of the testicles. That's the whole reason guys' testicles are on the outside, is so they stay cooler core temperature than your body does. So if you're low sperm count, you'll have those whitey tighties, and it'll pull them up closer, keeping them warmer. What?
Whitey
So
tighties.
maybe Emily
They're
just
tiny
wants you
whiteys,
to
not whitey
bedazzle
tighties.
your underwear.
I didn't even catch that. You're right.
Twice.
You
Whitey
missed this.
tighties.
Whitey?
Whitey tighties.
She said we should bedazzle our underwear.
Yes. Get a
Bedazzler.
bedazzler.
Have you guys ever worn or seen
Sparkle
some?
it.
I guess seen it would be something pretty odd, but have you ever seen the underwear where it has like an elephant trunk or a?
Yes.
Yeah.
You want me to wear one of
A
those?
flamingo.
The flaming O.
Do you want me to wear one of those?
Yes.
Okay, done. I'll go to Fairville and buy one.
But I heard that PETA doesn't she don't sell those anymore.
Never mind. I guess we
Who's
can't do
PETA?
that.
I used to have one that was an orca.
This is a free range flamingo.
Flaming O.
Free range bedazzled underwear.
Oh man,
Wow.
Jordy, you got to come back more often.
Thanks.
Okay, this one's from Sophia at
Ooh.
FSU.
Sofia Vergara.
What's the best gift you ever received from a girl?
Do blowjobs count?
Of
That's
course.
the first thing I went to, too.
Jordy, you go first. You're a guest. You take all these first, buddy. He's trying to remember what his wife gave him.
Best gift I've ever received from a girl. Xbox One? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, mine was given the gift of my son.
I was gonna say that. You motherfucker.
You want my son too?
We
Yeah,
have the same answer.
Her vagina. I want to change my answer.
Outside of the tacky statement of my child,
Tacky tax statement.
let's see. I don't know.
Her hand.
So nothing's sexual.
Her hand in marriage.
Marriage.
You don't get many gifts, do you, Adam?
No, I really don't.
No?
No, I'm usually the one that gives.
Yeah, it's actually a tough one.
That's a hard question to answer.
Yeah, unless you're answering like that.
One of my
It's
favorite,
too easy for me, then.
one of my favorite novelty, well, not novelty, but one of my favorite, one of my favorite gifts that I've ever received was I've got that big toolbox that's out there.
I thought you were going to point to my picture.
Oh, that's sentimental. Damn it! This is a losing situation. My child.
Next question.
Yeah, these are all actually
next
Andrea
question.
questions for Adam. That's really all they
Okay,
are.
this is from Angela from Ohio. Our favorite state.
So Jordy, we have downloads from all over the U.S. and now 38 countries in the world. Ohio, Toledo area is the highest downloading out of all of them for the last 4 or 5 shows. I don't know anybody in Ohio. I've been asking them to email in. Other than the diary, we haven't had anybody let us know how they heard of us or anything.
They love us in Ohio, and we love them.
Ridiculous numbers.
Possibly you put something in one of the titles of your episodes.
Trump? So Ohio a Trump state?
You put something in one of the titles of your episodes that people in Ohio was like a common local thing, a local subject somehow.
Resonated with those citizens.
Resonated somehow.
You sure that's a
them
word?
To search it.
Or so you assume.
Resonate evil.
That you assume, Jordy.
I'm just guessing.
Never done podcasting
Exactly.
before.
I'm just throwing it out there as a possibility.
All right. Sorry, Andrea.
Okay, well, Angela wants to know, assuming you're not married, if your girlfriend got pregnant, would you stay?
Of course. What kind of question
Stay
is
with the
that?
girl? Well,
Well, I mean, that's how I got my son. I mean,
Stay.
stay on Earth? I mean,
Just would you stay?
would I stay in the relationship? I assume is what the assumption is there. It depends on the relationship.
that doesn't make any sense. So if you're with your girlfriend, she got pregnant, would you leave her? Is that what she's asking?
Probably.
I feel bad for this girl. Sounds like she's
Yeah,
got some
No,
stuff.
what the fuck?
She should call in.
Yeah, definitely.
Angela, we have some guys here that are willing to talk to you. Tach?
Yeah, I'm willing to do more than talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would stay. I mean, I'm going to assume that the relationship is healthy and that the child is just going to scare away the boyfriend in the situation.
That just doesn't make sense.
If a
to
guy
me.
runs, well, no, that actually happens more than you
I know
probably
it
realize.
happens, but Jesus.
Well, you're a chivalrous kind of man. You're a man that takes your responsibilities seriously. A lot of men don't do that.
It's not just chivalry when you have a kid.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, assuming
Well,
you're
I mean,
not
I
married and
also-
she gets pregnant with someone else's baby, would you stay?
Ooh.
That's
Is that maybe what she was saying?
Ooh.
What color is the baby? I'm just kidding.
It'll
Jordy.
take 9 months to find out.
Jordy's off the show. Never invited back, Jordy.
I take care of 2 children that aren't mine, but I mean, it wasn't like that kind of a situation. But you know,
Infidelity would be a difficult thing for me to forgive. That'd be a hard one.
of course you wouldn't stay with her for.
Not
So
necessarily.
you with a girlfriend, and she gets pregnant for some other dude.
What if
You're
she
gonna
was
stay with her? Who the hell would
that's
do
different.
that?
She's a
different.
victim. She's a victim, not a person that's causing the
What
problem.
if she just told you she was?
Well, man, we're really getting into some weird stuff.
These are some serious
Okay,
hypotheticals.
She
To
live in
answer-
Georgia.
To answer the
this is Ohio.
West Virginia.
Oh.
To answer the original question, if I was not married, my girlfriend got pregnant, of course I'd stay. Done and done.
All right, then.
That's
Next
the original.
question. Ariel from Orlando.
All right.
Is that the mermaid?
Ariel.
Mhm.
Disney. What is a fashion trend you hate about girls?
Clothes.
That's a good question.
Mom jeans are coming back. I hate mom jeans. The high-waisted jeans.
Mom shorts.
Oh, those are horrible. Unless there's good camel toe showing. Other than that, they are horrible. Get rid of the mom jeans. I don't want to see those 70s mom jeans coming back into style. Even if they're bell bottoms, the waist's coming up to like the high ribs. No.
But if there's good camel toe, you don't mind?
It's a wash at that point because it's okay to look at if you've got some, sculpting going on, but other than that, no.
Sculpted.
No, I hate
I
mom jeans.
don't like too much makeup. I think we discussed that before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know,
Jordy,
I can't think
Todd?
of anything.
Short skirts with shorts underneath. Hate that.
Skorts. Yeah. Oh, that's a good.
Yeah, skirts and
Unless you're
That
underage.
sounds
and that's
really
definitely
pretty.
that's definitely not a current trend, skirts, but you know.
No.
There's nothing worse than getting the glorious shot of a live, thing you're not supposed to see in public, like an upskirt or something, and it be shorts.
Unexpected
Shorts underneath.
Oh,
porn.
it's such a
Don't
disappointment.
even wear skirt, then just wear shorts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's not.
Agreed. I don't like those either.
That's
Good
like
call.
you're kind of trying, but
Stupid.
you're like not really. I was like, I'm gonna pretend like I'm slutty looking, but I'm really modest. No,
Can we add something
just
to
wear
that?
pants
Really
or something.
prude.
Sure.
I want to add something to that, guys. So, what one piece of clothing do you wish you would see more of on girls? What fashion trend would you like to see more
Yoga
of?
pants.
Yoga pants. It is for me too. Yes, agreed.
I wear those all the time.
I know.
Not when we're here.
I like
Just
it,
saying.
Jordy.
I don't have one.
You don't have a fashion trend that you like to see worn more?
Fashion trend.
By
I'm not,
women?
I'm not really up on the fashion trends.
Well, what turns you on?
He wants to see skirts
Short
without
skirts
shorts.
without shorts.
Got it. All right.
on
Sorry.
windy days.
This is another Orlando one. This is Mindy from Orlando.
We got a lot of questions this week.
She wants to know, do stretch marks bother guys?
Huh. Okay.
Interesting.
You're first.
Okay, speaking if I was in the single life,
Right.
I'm really hoping she's self-conscious about these, so that way I have a better shot with her. I need low confidence.
Jordy's trolling at Jenny Craig clinics with a box of donuts and a rose,
And a rose.
dressed in a 3-piece suit.
and zero dignity. That's right.
But all the game in the world. That's all he needs. That is
Apparently.
funny. Oh, that is funny. I think it's fine. I don't. Yeah. So to me, most the stretch marks that I've seen in my life are significant marks from childbirth, from having a child. Some very, some women have them not from having
Thanks for
children,
the
and that's
definition.
pretty identifiable where they're located. But a lot of the women that I've seen that have them because they've had a child. To me, those are like badges. You've earned something.
Badges.
To me.
Those are my
We don't need
tiger
no
We don't
stripes.
need no stinking badges. What'd you say?
Those are my tiger stripes.
So to me, they're indifferent.
Nice.
To me, I
I
think
just thought it was funny because the first half of that answer was you defining what.
Finding exactly what a stretch mark was.
it was a nice way for
is.
me to say certain stretch marks yes, certain stretch marks no. Okay,
So childbirth stretch marks, yes. Fat stretch marks, no. That's what you're saying.
kind of
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
I've seen
honesty here.
I've seen
my friend Jody.
subtle stretch marks all the way to like really bad stretch marks, and I've been with girls with both, and
Both of them?
both. But it's all right. I mean,
It's how
Whatever.
you rock them.
whatever.
Yeah, add some makeup on them, make them look like zombie
doesn't
scars.
like- Makeup.
Bedazzle them.
He doesn't
Yeah, I
like
don't
makeup.
like
Yeah. You
Put
should
some
be-
yoga pants
why
over them.
don't women
Yeah.
bedazzle their stretch
But if they made
for
them
the
look like-
reverse guyry?
What if they on Halloween made them look like scars of like zombie thing? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
The
you
rotting
don't wanna
flesh.
Accentuate those. Next question. All right, got two
it.
more here, guys. This one's from. What should I do first? Suzanne in Florida
Uh
wants to know
oh.
You know that name?
You're in trouble.
what do men talk about in bathrooms?
Specifically, Tach.
What the hell? We don't
Nothing.
talk in bathrooms.
We don't talk in
Oh,
bathrooms.
no. Wait, I think I know where this is going. If you're sitting down for number 2 in a public restroom and you have other guys in other stalls, that's probably where this is going, I would assume.
I have
All right, we
no
have to
idea.
make
Girls,
this
we
assumption.
talk-
How did this
Everything
subject
in
even
there.
come up?
We have a cabana boy in there fanning us, bringing us umbrella drinks while we sit there on a chase. The girls' bathroom is
I
awesome.
gotcha. Guys, we don't do that.
No.
We don't talk in a bathroom.
No talking.
But you may go in there with your buddy, but it's like it's really
Would you like to
dumb
play
shit.
a game of battle shits?
The only time I'll ever talk to somebody, obviously, is if I need something in there that my stall is out of.
Can you spare a square? I don't have a square to spare.
But I've done it in the past, especially when I'm at a bar and drinking, when I want to fuck with somebody in a stall beside me. Like, I really want to fuck with them. Like, throw on an accent and do a Frenchman or something, just to fuck with the person that's taking a
The
shit.
only accent he can do.
Yeah, I did an Obama last week and wasn't
yeah, it was actually pretty good.
2 weeks ago, whatever it was. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't perfect.
Generally,
but-
there's not really any talking.
Are we talking Dukes of Hazzard?
Generally.
Dukes of Hazzard. Nice.
So where do you guys talk about your dates? Because we all go in the bathroom
Not
and
in
talk
the
about the
bathroom.
guys that we're with.
Oh, here's our conversation like that. Like, hey, you see that chick in the skirt?
Yeah, she was
See
pretty
her?
hot. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I saw shorts, so I'm
I'll
out of
meet you
here.
outside.
Sorry.
I'll meet you outside.
Jordy really hates the fucking shorts with skirts. I mean, skirts with shorts on. Oh, that's funny.
That's really about an extent.
So you want to know when we
bathroom
talk
talk.
about our dates is when you guys go to the bathroom. We'll sit out there. Like, you think I got a shot with her?
So the
she's your
guys
friend.
talk when the girls are in the bathroom.
Yes,
go.
that's where we talk.
Yeah.
Did I just give away part of the guy code? I'm sorry, guys. I didn't.
No, that
it
one's
stinks
okay.
in the bathroom. I don't want to talk about my date in there.
Not in the girls'
Smells like
bathroom.
shit.
So, reverse guy, what do you girls talk about?
We talk about the guys.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Great answer.
He's got a big dick.
Do you ever just go in there just to talk and not even go to the bathroom?
Yes. all
Oh
the
my
time.
God! No, I would never. If you walked
Well,
into
I
a
mean,
men's
when your
bathroom, I
friend
promise you would
drags
not
you-
do that.
When your friend drags you off, oh, come with me to the
You'd be
bathroom.
like, "Hey, Adam,
If you don't have to go.
let's do it. Hey, Adam, let's go to the bathroom and have a conversation."
Yeah,
so,
okay.
Adam, what the? Oh my God!
Dude, what the hell did you eat? Courtesy flush, man. What the fuck?
How's your date going? I gotta get out of here. Tell me later.
Hey, before you leave, give me a square.
Oh God!
We get beautiful for the guys while we're in there, too. Actually, more for each other, but.
Thank you for admitting that. I've said that a billion times.
Girls dress up
get
for
ready
other
each
girls.
other.
Yeah.
Well, the girls notice more than the guys.
That's true.
They notice those shorts under the skirt, too, and they think they're cute.
Girl, you wore them jeans. Girl, you wore them jeans last week. You know it.
I've seen some of these shorts under the skirts that they don't
You're
even look
really
like shorts.
on this.
They look like freaking like
Biker shorts, like
no, like what's that stuff you wrap around? Like if you have an injury,
Ace band.
they look like damn
Offside-
ace bandit
offsides?
shorts.
offside penalty.
Those are called
offsides.
Spanx.
Traveling.
Those are called
Traveling.
Spanx.
Very good. It's both.
They're called Spanx.
Spanx.
Yeah, they look like
That's
they look
just
like
to,
ace bandages.
Suck everything in.
Thank you very much.
But the
That's
one
even
thing
worse.
with Spanx is that it's got to come out somewhere.
Muffin top.
So you've got the ones on here. Your legs could like be falling out the bottom of it or out the top. And
Now, if the Spanx / shorts are causing some muffin top, and it's maybe a little bit higher dress shirt, okay, I could deal with that, I guess.
you think
Nice.
that's
It would be a
You
benefit.
like muffin top?
A little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a benefit of that, I guess. Yeah, I like a little muffin top.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you guys?
You like muffin
What,
top?
muffin top?
A little
Yeah.
muffin top?
I mean,
you taught me the
Yeah.
expression muffin top years and years
it's
ago.
It's neither. I mean, to me, it's neither good nor bad. It's not something that's sexually attractive to me. I like a girl that has
see, I like
a
a
figure. I don't like straight. Like one of
No.
our friends she's a good-looking girl, but she has no ass. She has no meat on her. Literally goes from legs to back, just whoosh,
Them
straight
legs
up
go all the way up.
to her neck.
That's what it
To her
means.
neck. Just a head sitting on some legs.
Yeah, it's just not attractive.
With nipples on her knees.
Now that's a country song waiting to be written right there. Or nipples on
Nipples on her knees, or that could be your 90s band name. Nipples on her knees.
All right, guys, I have one last question for you.
All right.
This one is from Natalie, who is 20 years old,
Youngin'.
from
Tack,
Ohio.
right up your alley.
More Ohio questions.
What does sex mean to you?
Oh my god.
Oh,
How do you have a
Wow.
baby?
Talk about a loaded
Where
question.
did babies come from?
Jordy. This is Jody.
Why,
Jordy. This
why
is
does
you.
Jordy have to keep answering this question?
You're our guest.
I have to keep going first. What does sex mean to me?
What does
Yes.
sex mean to you?
My God, I can't believe this woman is letting me do this to her.
I think that's what you think about during sex.
Oh.
What does sex mean to me? 25 seconds of pure bliss.
That is the weirdest question.
That is an unusual one.
Well, I know Adam says that it's not anything emotional or anything. You just have sex with anyone.
No, I said you can detach emotion.
Oh, damn.
I said you can detach emotion from sex.
This is what I deal with every
thing.
week, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's just the two of them, just like, I'm just like over here.
Sex with a person that you're in love with is fantastic. Because there's emotion wrapped in with that physical exhilaration of what's going on. But you can also have sex and have that physical part without having an emotional connection.
Does that count as flirting?
No, that counts as that counts as swinging.
That's
is what that
cheating,
counts
you
as.
know what that is.
Yeah, exactly. Girls are different for most of the time. Girls are a different cup of tea, man. They
have emotions.
They
and all
can't
that
have
kind
sex without that emotional attachment. Guys, to me, I think that guys can very easily have sex without that emotional attachment.
Absolutely.
So
I definitely have not given it up for anyone that I didn't feel anything for.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
definitely have.
So you love Tach? I see how it is.
What do you mean?
So here's an interesting question. So if there's tons of guys that have and will give it up without emotion, and tons of girls who will not, a lot of very misled women in this world.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Or a lot of very slutty women who don't
girls
have sex
try-
for
Well,
emotion.
not all-
Girls try to do that unemotional sex, but it always
No, let's
backfires.
not categorize all. There are
I'm
exceptions to
sorry,
the
there
rule.
are exceptions to
So
the
poor Natalie
A
wants
lot.
to know what it means.
What means?
What sex means.
I'm not.
She's
I
very
don't know.
confused.
Tell her to look up Wikipedia.
Yeah, this is a different.
That's just an odd question. I don't know how to answer that one.
Yeah, I don't know. How to
It's
answer
different
either.
for every couple that are engaging in the experience. If you're, to me, if the guy and the girl that are in love are having sex, then it's just, an expression of their emotions
I
for
think
each
maybe
other.
she's wondering if, let's just pretend this Natalie girl is in a relationship with somebody and now she's sleeping with the guy. She wants to know, does this mean he's really into me and he's thinking about a future, or is he just banging me? Well, you're just going to have to ask him that because it's different from person to person.
Yeah.
If that's what you're trying to
Good.
get at,
But
we
even if
can't
she's
answer that
20,
question
that
for you.
makes
The
sense.
guy you're sleeping with
Correct.
won't be able
I
to
mean,
answer that
If
question.
she's only 20, she's probably kind of like what Jordy was saying. I can't believe she's letting me do this. That's what he's thinking, and that's what sex means to him. So,
Yeah. You kinda
assuming
knocked it out
he's
of the
around
park. That was a-
22.
Jordy, that was a good answer.
Yeah.
That was a really good
Ding,
answer.
ding, ding,
Dang.
ding. And that is the end of the Guyry session.
Well, hang on. Do we have any questions back for a female?
I already asked one.
You asked that one earlier in the show. Yeah. Do you have any questions, Jordy, that you would ever like to ask a girl? Get an honest answer, no matter what. You would get it out of Andrea right now.
Do you wear shorts under your skirt? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't wear anything under my skirts.
Ding, 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 ding.
We have
Knock
a
that
winner.
one out of the park.
You have a winner.
I have nothing on.
And Jordy, she's got two sisters. You want me to introduce you?
No.
He has a wife.
I was saying that for
What?
Jordy.
Do you want me to send some of my skirts with you?
George, to wear or to put on other women?
Oh, that's funny. I know Jordy is happily married.
Jordy is married.
Yes.
I just met his wife could borrow some skirts.
That'd be cute.
The ones with nothing underneath.
Very interesting.
Girls like to share clothes.
I think I'll talk to you off the show. Not nearly ever as awkward as it has been in the studio before, and you know that.
Hey, that.
I'm all set.
Yeah. I'm all set.
All right. Well, that is the end of the episode. I appreciate everybody listening and stopping by. And thanks for Jordy for stopping by.
Yeah, dude.
We loved
Thank you,
having you here,
Jordy.
buddy.
Hopefully we'll have
Thanks.
you back in studio with us one day again soon.
One day. It was fun.
Cool. We
Indeed.
thought so too.
And the lovely Andrea Joy. Always a joy.
Thank you guys. You guys are awesome.
Hey, if you guys want to submit your questions to show@livingpodcariously.com for the Guyry or for topics or anything like that, just hit us up. We respond back almost daily, so if you send something, we'll respond back to it usually same day.
Yeah, guys, and send me some questions. I can answer anything you need
Right.
to know about the
Aaron, that's for you, boy.
I've got a good, by the way, I got a good name because you guys have the Guyry. I thought of a really good original name for hers, the Diary. What do you think?
Diabolical. I vehemently
just a bad
disagree with
joke.
you.
All right. Well, that is the end of the episode. I appreciate it. Once again, my name is Tach, and across from me, as always,
I'm Adam.
And I'm Andrea.
and we are Living Vicariously. Thanks a lot, Jordy.
Thanks, Jordy.
See you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye.
So happy. I gotta get out of here.
That was for them, not me.
Oh, I
It was
understand.
the guys that are excited.
We're
Oh,
excited.
I can see they're excited. Too.
What do you mean?
Strong like bull?
Strung like bull. Strung out like bull.
No, well, we appreciate you you coming into the studio with us, Jordy, this week. It's so you're a fan. Let's identify who you are. You're a fan of the show, number one.
Correct.
Yeah. Do you have you listened to all the episodes and
Pretty sure I've listened to them all.
Yeah, even the old stuff. You listen to the old stuff with us?
No, not really. Just
No,
the new stuff.
just the new stuff.
Yes.
All right.
Cool.
Very cool. Well, we're happy to have you in here. And for other for other guests and listeners that might like to come into studio, just shoot us an email at show@livingpodcariously.com for a small donation of, what did you give, $100 today, Jordy? No, I'm just kidding. No, we
I
love
bought my way into the show.
show up with beer and you're in the studio.
Yeah.
No, so we got a fun show this week, Tach. We got quite a few topics to go over.
Indeed.
One of the first things that I wanted to bring up to you, because you and I both work in this industry where I took my son for this.
Right.
Last Thursday was National, well, you know it. Actually, everybody in the room already knows it. Was National Take Your Child to Work Day.
I actually didn't even know about it. So.
April 28th, I think it was. If that's right.
Yeah, it was the 28th. And at my salon, we actually did that by not bringing any kids to work.
They did just the opposite.
That's our sanctuary away from kids.
Yeah. I think I want to come up there and hang out, no kids. No, but I took my son. So my son, Josh, he's 12.
That's cool.
And he is super, super into the space program. And
awesome.
As some of our listeners know, Jordy, you fucking rookie, what are you doing?
Sorry.
Right up the... Have you ever done this kind of stuff before? No.
Obviously not.
I think he's bored with our conversation.
No, I was trying to do... I apologize.
We're going to have to work on this guest
first day.
Guest a little bit.
We must beat them first.
But no, my son is big time into the space program, and our listeners know that you and I both kind of work in that arena. I mean, we can't get too technically detailed into what we do, just because we are not supposed to.
Right.
But I brought my son out to the Space Center and took him around all the sites and took him out to the vehicle assembly building and to some of the old launch pads and took him to see the big crawler. And that's the thing that used to crawl the shuttles out to the pads.
Yep.
Just some awe-inspiring things. His grandfather had worked out there for like 30 years. His grandfather on his mom's side. His grandfather just this last year died. And Josh has one half of his room at his mother's with all the space shuttles and like replica rockets of the, obviously scaled down sizes, but that whole corner of his room is dedicated to NASA and the space program. So it's a big deal to him. So he was super excited. I made him dress up. So I always dress up for work.
Right. I remember I met you out there one day. And I was like, why are you so dressed up, dude? Like, you go over to, I work at SpaceX, you go over there, everybody there wears jeans and t-shirts. Like,
that's kind of like at NASA as well. Everybody wears jeans, and even like the smartest engineers out there are dressed in jeans and like maybe a polo, probably not, usually a t-shirt. But I dressed up in what I dress up in, which is long sleeves, slacks, nice shoes, nice. I look nice. And then I made my son dress the same way. He didn't mind because he likes dressing up too.
Yeah.
So we're walking out there and there's 750 kids there. It's not like a little deal.
Shit.
This is a huge thing. The company I work for had 125 kids there. Every one of these fucking kids were in flip-flops and shorts, and they were just casual there.
How do you get any work done like on those kind of days?
It's difficult. Most of the people that were contractors had to take personal time for that day. I actually worked while I was there, and then also did some personal time stuff too. So Josh would hang out with me in the office. I'd take him to meet some people. We'd go out and see a cool site, come back, do a little bit more work. He'd sit down, play video games. Whatever. Repeat that.
That's cool.
Repeat that. We went all over the base. All over the base.
Nice. But except you didn't come see me, but whatever.
Yeah, that's all right. I did. I should have sent you. Could you have got me anywhere cool? Any special access? Could I have touched a rocket?
You can go ahead and say so
I wouldn't
now.
be able to get you down there.
We made a time capsule in the 3rd grade with our jobs in it, and mine is in there as the tightrope walker in the circus.
Oh, when does the time capsule get opened up?
It was supposed to be 1999. But they ended up building more school over the area where we built it, so it'll be there till the zombies come or something.
Well, something is happening with the Barnum and Bailey Circus, one of the most famous circuses of
the
U.S.
Sorry, The Walk. It's got Joseph Gordon-Levitt. No. It's like a true story about this tightrope walker guy. Anyway, sorry.
I never heard of it.
I thought that was the movie about Johnny Cash.
That's Walk the Line.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That could be a tightrope walking movie.
Yeah, exactly. Walk the line.
It's very good.
I mean, you're kind of on topic there. That would work.
I think I'm right on. Whatever.
But anyway, something is leaving the circus after 100 years of a youth defining thing for me for the circus. Something is leaving the circus.
Bozo the Clown.
Nope.
Elephants?
Clowns in general.
Yes, elephants.
They had a huge movie about all the horrible things with elephants. I bet there was a controversy about that.
PETA finally had an effect on it.
Shamu. Shamu leaving the circus?
Shamu is leaving SeaWorld, though.
Yes.
Yeah, all the SeaWorlds.
Blackfish.
Yeah. That's half the story.
It's not
And
his
it's mostly
fault.
exaggerated.
Who's PETA? Sorry.
People eating tasty animals.
What?
People eating
People eat tasty animals. Yeah,
People
yeah.
for eating tasty animals, yeah.
Yeah.
PETA.
The curtain fell a final time for elephants performing at Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus as the circus ended a practice that enthralled audiences for 2 centuries, but became caught between animal rights activists' concerns and Americans' shifting views. So PETA and the sensitivity of Americans, aka the pussification of America, yes, I use that coin phrase, have had an effect on taking animals out of the circus. And I want to get your guys' take on it. Tach,
You could say you could have now.
Oh yeah, totally. I could have. No, I probably would have
You
been
missed out.
underwhelming. You probably wouldn't be able to come to the launch pad, and that's been a
Well, you're really selling it there, aren't you?
You could have gone
Still,
in
it's
the
cool to see.
rocket. We would have shot you to space.
Yeah,
You missed it.
totally missed out.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, it was pretty fun. So
that's cool.
Andrea does, Jordy, Andrea is in, hairstyling. She's a stylist for a salon. You know kind of what me and Tach do now. Do you want to share a little bit about what you do for a living? Is that
Just in retail.
retail?
Yeah.
Retail it is. I was retail for a while. I had one boss when I was
too.
working at a shoe store way back in the day.
I did too.
This guy
This guy was
is a dick.
dick.
However, he did tell me one thing that I'll remember for the rest of my
What did
life.
he say?
If you want to be on time to work, you need to be 15 minutes early.
Oh yeah. I learned that when I was in the military.
Sounds like a smart guy.
To show up
pretty
early
solid
on
advice.
time, and showing up on time is late.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, exactly. All right. So, Tach, you like the circus, right?
I don't know
I
where
was
this
just
is
about to
going.
say we were talking about
Especially the
jobs.
bearded lady.
I wanted to be a tightrope walker in the circus in 3rd grade. That was my dream job.
Did you really?
Yes.
Have you ever tried it? Have you ever set up a tightrope in the backyard or?
Oh, just like every day.
That was really good too.
I fall down a lot though.
Did you see the movie?
Which movie?
I don't remember the name. What's the movie?
Elephant
Larger
water or
than
something.
life?
What?
Elephant
that
Whisperer.
larger than
No,
life?
that was like some elephants to water for elephants.
Water for Elephants.
Yeah. I knew I wasn't making it up.
No, that's a real movie, but I don't think it has anything to do with
Is
elephants,
it the
does
one about how bad the circus is?
I don't
No,
even.
it's the movie with what's his head? in
You
it?
mean Bozo the Clown?
What the hell?
What?
Give me a second.
We're still talking
Talk
about the
amongst yourselves.
American
give you
Horror
a toy. I'll
Story.
give you
freak
what's up.
show?
The peanut is neither a pea nor a nut. Discuss.
You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Welcome to Living Podcariously, episode number 13. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Adam. Sitting across from me is,
I'm Tach, as usual.
as always,
Always, I guess.
the ever-present.
Yeah. I'm always Tach.
Sitting to my right and to Tach's left of him.
Hi, I'm Andrea Joy.
Andrea Joy is back in the house.
And she's got nice cleavage tonight.
Yes, she does.
I've been enjoying it all night.
Maybe we should take some pictures and throw it up on Facebook on the page.
Of nothing but my cleavage.
Yeah.
And butt.
Take it.
You're volunteering.
That would be an interesting picture. You get them both in there.
Double cleavage.
No cleavage.
Double-
And this
double
is episode 13 too, so let's
right.
be careful.
That's right.
Okay.
Some unlucky things supposed to happen here.
I don't know.
Are we going to reboot the show again?
I don't know, but we do have a guest.
We do have a special guest in studio with us tonight. Tach, who we got tonight?
We have Jordy Todd
Jordy
joining us.
Todd.
What up, Jordy?
What's going on, guys?
Nice to have you in here.
Wow, you sound excited to be here.
Yeah.
I am very excited.
I'm very excited.
I'm very happy to have you in here, Jordy Todd.
I gotta go.
Perfect.
Jordy Todd's married.
Jordy Todd's married. Did you get the phone call to go?
No.
Oh, okay. You looked at your phone and then said it. I was.
No, it was a joke. She was like, we're